Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Carol here at Oak House Journals, and as always a massive big warm welcome from me. Hope everybody's fine. So as you can see, Raining Woods. I thought I would do some Raining Woods journaling today. Do you know, you wouldn't believe how nervous I am. The thought of switching on the camera and just winging it was a bit, ooh, I don't know if I can do this. I haven't done it for weeks and weeks and weeks, but I thought I would. So I decided today that I wasn't going to do it in my Raining Woods journal. I was going to do it in one of the new ones that I got. Look at this brand new pristine blue journal. And the reason being for that, this one is called Drop in the Ocean. The reason that I thought I would work in the blue is because I went through, let me just pop that to one side. I went through, this is my little scrap box. There we go, nothing special, that lives on the windowsill in front of me, and I go rummaging in here for bits and bobs and scraps and things, and I've just done that literally just now to see what I had in here that would entice me to have a bit of play, and there's all sorts in here, and I'm going to be careful because once I get rummaging through here I lift out oodles and noodles and then get really distracted. So I have just gone through that and I have lifted out some bits and bobs and I've got them here. And what prompted me to get going was I came across this piece of indenture paper, and can you see, sorry, we've got beautiful sunshine here today in the UK. It's a spring day. Oh, it's gorgeous, and we don't get many, so please can I leave my blinds open? But let me see if I can get that in frame for you. Look at that. It's a piece of embossed indenture paper. That's a little piece of metal in there, and then as you can see there's a London duty stamp on the back, and it's a shame because there is a little label on the back there. I wonder if that will come off actually. If I'm very careful, no, it's not going to come off. This is like a waxed paper. It's true vintage parchment paper, so it's what all our land deeds were written on originally, years and years gone by here in the UK. So I came across a little bit of that, which I thought I definitely wanted to use, and that was what kicked me off on the blue theme. Then I came across some bits of blue handmade paper, so I love that. This is a piece of top of a tag, as you can see, but again handmade paper, and I love that. Then I've got a couple of pieces of embossed paper that I've been using recently in my Amity Bloom journals, so I quite liked the play of the cream embossed paper against this wax paper, the smooth waxy look of that, and then the embossed creamy look of that, textured look of that. So I quite like those, and also because of this being de-embossed and this being raised embossing, I thought the play on that was quite good. I saw this piece in there. Now this is a piece of embossed paper, but it's got like a pearly pearlescent look to it, and whilst I've stitched it and thrown it in there, for some reason even now as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, no, I won't use that because this is more white, whereas this is more cream. A little piece of, I think that was a digital print from something. Love the text on that. And then again, some handmade paper that I've stitched around and thrown in the box for some reason. Definitely wanted to use that. You know me and my French script, and again this is kind of ivories, creams, so I thought that would work quite well. So I did pull out a butterfly. These are two butterflies that I got recently from GiftSmilee in my latest order. So I've got those pieces. I've got some little stickers here that I thought I might use, just these delicate ones I quite fancied. There was a little piece of wallpaper. Might use that, don't know. Might be a bit bright, that one, but we'll see. And then I've got some of these stickers here, and these were gifted to me at Christmas. So I thought I might use one of these. That's more of a green really, so that probably won't go, but this is a very, very pale aqua greeny blue colour, so that one might work. So again, I possibly thought those, depending on which of these papers I use. And then I also lifted out a piece of fabric. Now this is actually the a little remnant of our curtain fabric in our dining room, but I do like it, and I thought maybe I might use that. I don't know. So no ideas. This is why I'm winging it and I'm very nervous. I have got here my little stamp box or chest of drawers that I got recently from GiftSmilee, and I do want to use these. The only thing I found with these, I absolutely love them. They stamp beautifully. These are the impressions. The only thing I found was that there's nowhere for me to know which of these is one of these without going all the way through. So what I've done recently is I've marked on the side of my stamp with a tiny little mark, so I know the orientation of my stamp. And what I've done is I've stamped them all on this piece of card, and I'm going to chop this out and I'm going to laminate that, and I'm going to pop it in the drawer, or a drawer near to where I keep these stamps. And I know that first, second and third is first, second and third, and I know the orientation, as I say, because I've put that little mark on them. So I know that that stamp is going to be here. So that's the only thing. With acrylic stamps, obviously you can see what your stamp is and the orientation. With wooden stamps it's usually on the reverse, but I didn't want to spoil these in any way, so I'm going to be using these. I love them, have been using them a lot since I got them, so I will be using that, but I just thought I'd share that with you. Okay, so enough gabbing, let's get going. Now I'm going to leave the first couple of pages because I'm not quite sure what I want to do there. I had an idea with this one straight away that I wanted to do the eyelets on this one. I'm not sure what I want to do on this one to make a feature, if I make a feature at all. I'm just going to move the camera a little bit towards me because I'm kind of leaning over everybody, and that doesn't bode well, does it? So I thought that I would work on this first page. I don't know why. Let's go with the fabric. Now the first thing I'm thinking is you're not going to see that fabric on there, are you, at all? So no, that's too pale on there. I might need to go for one of the, even there it's too pale. I have no idea what I was going to do with this. I was kind of thinking chopping it down there and maybe doing a flip or something like that. The inspiration isn't quite, I'm not going to go on that page. I'm going to go even darker because it gets progressively. This is a lovely linen background on this one, and I think it will stand out better on there like that. Okay. I think I'll save this for another day, but I am thinking that I quite like it on here. And then my head is also thinking, well, in the Oriental style journaling, which I am trying to replicate in my own inimitable fashion, I haven't seen anybody use fabric. But hey, does it really matter? Anyway, I shall leave that for another day, I've decided. Okay, so let's go for this one. Let me just grab a... I wanted a big skeleton bulldog clip, but I haven't got one handy, so I'm going to go for this. Put that on there, and let's start playing. Let's just, ooh. See, I knew I was going to like these. I like that. I like the boldness of that. Kind of like how these are sitting on top of each other, to be honest. And I quite like that. Let's put that to one side. Do you know, I just love just the simplicity of that. Oh, I might save that for... It certainly doesn't, in my head, it doesn't go with that. They're fighting. And actually, maybe that is too bold for what I fancy doing in this journal. So let's see what else we've got. I know I definitely want to use this piece because I just love the stitching. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, this really, the reason I love this is because it's got that stitching, delicate stitching, which is picking up the white there. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of there. So I'm going to go with that on there. And then I'm going to have a look at these. What else have I got? I knew I wanted, all right, let's go with what I knew I wanted to use. So I wanted to use that, and I'm liking that staggering on there. There is a conflict in my head. There's a conflict between the cream and the white, but I'm hoping that when I start using and playing with this, it's not quite the same coloured cream, but it's not white. It's almost a very, very pale off-white, and I'm thinking that I might use it to soften the transition, maybe. And talking about softening the transition, maybe I ought to pull in a bit of this. Let's take that away at the moment. Let's see how this looks. Now, one side has got a slightly rougher surface, one side has got a smoother surface. Let's try the rougher surface first and see how that looks. Now, that edge kind of... Sorry, it's all gone quiet for you guys, isn't it? This is where I get going and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing, just playing. Oh, you are very, very patient with me, you guys. You really are when I get going on these things. Okay. What I'm looking at here, okay, let me try and explain my thought processes. I'm kind of liking this line, picking up the line of stitching along there. I'm liking this staggered, and I'm liking that that's a rough edge and this is a rough edge, even though this is more dramatic on this one. I'm not thinking I'm going to trim any edges here. Am I going to use that? Okay. I do feel I want to soften this colour transition there, so let's see what I can do with this piece. And actually, oh yeah, yes, I like that. Even though that is a completely, I'm not sure you guys can see, I've got the camera so high up. I will lift it up later. Just, I can't move it at the moment because everything will go for a burden. Have I got any paper clips or anything? No, nothing on my desk, nothing, no plans, no organisation. I'm liking this. I'm liking that breakup of shape there. All right, let's try and lift it up to the camera for you guys, because there, that I'm liking that. I keep saying that. I like this bit. So okay, so that I'm thinking of like that. Oh, this is coming together a little bit too quick for me. It's never usually like this. Do I want that in there? Nope. What about around there? Okay. This is where everything will move. I tell you, everything will move. And okay, this is working for me as well. I have no idea why though. Let me just lift that up. Let's put that in there. Okay, yeah, this is working for me because there's a slight, this is almost this colour here, and I'm quite liking that it's coming down. It's pulling my eye down for some reason, and then it's also picking up the white in here with the slight flowers and the thread coming down there. So I'm picking up that angle coming down there. So I'm liking how that is, I have to say. And I'm desperately here it is. I knew I'd got a paper clip on my desk somewhere. So I'm just going to put that on there and hold it for a second. Should have got my bulldog clip out, shouldn't I? Let's see if that one will work. Nope. I'm thinking, I wanted to put a butterfly on, and I'm thinking this bottom one here has got like a purpley hue to it, which isn't quite right now I've put it next to these papers, but this one has, and I'm kind of thinking I might like to put it to ease that transition up there. Now, some text. So the question in my head is, do I try and take a piece of this text, because it's almost the same colour as this, and I'm picking up creams and whites, or do, oh, I quite like that. Let me, I had, I don't know what the name of the book is, but I didn't particularly like the images. I did use some of the images, but I fell in love with all the text in the book, and I find myself using it all the time, and when I come across it I love it, I really do. So I'm kind of thinking I might put that on there, just slightly in, so I can pick up my stitches. It doesn't quite go underneath that corner, but I don't think that's going to matter, because I'm going to put that butterfly across there like so, and keep it very simple, and then maybe a bit of stamping there now. Okay. Ooh, but then I've got these, haven't I? Ooh, these. What about just okay, I'm going to put these to one side. I am going to use one of these. I'm liking those. Let's see. This is when I need to walk away, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to walk away. Do you know, this little piece here is, I'm loving it. I'm going to definitely find a place for that somewhere. I love it. This is where I'm beginning to fall in love with all my scraps, and I'm going to stamp up there, I think. So which stamp am I going to use? So I'm kind of looking at that one. That's got the right orientation, but then just something like that. The reason I want to stamp is I want to pick up the black in that. So I've got some black archival out, and it's picking up the black in that, the black around the butterfly, and the black of that. So I think I might go with that one and stamp it down there. But I am going to learn my lesson from previous attempts at stamping on camera, off the cuff, and I'm going to put all this in place, and then I'm going to go and get my stamp positioner and use that. So let's get going and clear the decks a little bit and glue some of this down, because this is what I've decided to go with. So I'm just going to pop my stuff away and get organised. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to get this little piece on here. And I'm just using art glitter glue, everybody. Nothing special. I like it for these sort of projects because I like the fine nozzle that I've got on my bottle. Just makes it easier, and I don't have to get much glue coming out, she says, having touched it at the top there. And I know it's such a good quality glue as well. It just, everything holds when you use that art glitter glue. So I'm just going to lift those pieces out of position. I know that I want that piece on there, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in here. I've had a very exciting day today. I've been and had my first jab for the flu vaccine, and I'm thrilled. So it feels really nice. I've got to go back in 12 weeks and have another one, but that's absolutely fine. I can do that. So yeah, I'm thrilled. So I'm just lining that up there. Let me just position this back in place again. Sorry guys, I hope this camera isn't too... Whoa, that went underneath, didn't it? This camera is too far away for you. Hope that isn't an issue. So that came down a bit. This was picking up that line of stitching, just that edge there. And I'm just going to, you know me and my inability to do anything in a straight line. So I'm just trying to check my lines a little bit to make sure. So that, whoops-a-daisy, and what she does is move it straight away. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue underneath there. Maybe I should just turn the camera on, guys, when I'm doing stuff like this, and then you don't have to hear me muttering away. I think that if that's what you would prefer when I'm doing these Raining Woods type journaling bits, just let me know, because you really don't have to suffer me babbling away to you. And I can equally just leave the camera running for you rather than you have to listen to my random thought processes. Or I could even do it just by doing photographs and then maybe do a quick chat at the end showing you what I've picked out. Not what I've picked out, why I've used things and where. Maybe that would be better for you. Anyway, if you have a preference, just let me know, guys, and I can soon adapt. Yeah, that's working for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down now. It might look or sound like I'm putting loads of glue on here, everybody, but I'm not. Hardly any's coming out through that that nozzle, trust me. Just going to turn this round a little bit. Get some glue underneath. So I'm not taking my glue all the way to the edges because I do want a little bit of kind of movement, I think, on my pages. Just flip that round a bit. Yeah, got a loose thread there, but I'm not bothered. I'm not liking so much. I'm getting a slight, I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, getting a slight ridge from, this is quite a thick, this pale blue paper is quite thick, whereas this handmade paper here was quite thin. So I am getting a slight ridge there, so I'm not going to press it too much. I'm hoping that's going to settle down in due course. I'm liking that. Just going to check to see how much my butterfly is going to hide that corner for me. Yeah, I think that's about where I need it to go. Okay, just glue down that little label on the back so I don't get any untoward edges. I was really lucky to have some fantastic title deeds in amongst my house deeds, and obviously I got those when I paid off my mortgage, so I have some lovely little pieces like this that obviously once you've paid off your mortgage, those old title deeds are redundant. You get a land certificate now from the land registry here in the UK, so your old title deeds are redundant, and most people just either keep them because they don't know what to do with them. Sometimes when you pay off your mortgage, the solicitor bins them for you, Or sometimes, if you're like me, you grab them quick and use them in your art projects. Yeah, I couldn't wait to get hold of mine, I tell you, because I knew what was in there. So, right, now let's peel off this butterfly and position it. Probably this is where I'm going to have trouble trying to get it off. Come on, butterfly. Doesn't want to come. Come on. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I should have thought about this. I have now got to rummage in my drawer. Sorry about this, everybody. Sorry, I should have done this beforehand. Just going to pop my glasses on and just see if I can. Got fluff all on these scissors. Don't know what I've been doing. Just going to quickly just do a shave close to my butterfly outline so that it doesn't look so much like a sticker. Bits everywhere now. Uh-oh. Gosh, I don't know what I've been doing with those scissors, because there's fluff everywhere on them. It's not like me, because usually I have these are for doing my fussy cutting. So I usually keep them just for that. Okay. And I'm going to pop my butterfly, I think, about, no, true to form, get it in the wrong place. I was kind of thinking I might want it just round about there, like so. And that's all I'm going to do, apart from my bit of stamping. Now I'm just going to switch off the camera, get my stamp positioner, and I'm going to do that off camera, guys, just so that I can get that in the right place, because I've got a little ridge there. So I'm just going to make sure that that's going to be all right before I actually stamp. So I'll be back when I've stamped that and just show you the finished page, because I'm not going to do much more with that. I'm just going to keep it fairly simple. I might come back in with my stickers, I don't know. All right, see you in a second. Hi everybody, so I'm back again, and I've done my little bit of stamping here. Let me lift that up to the camera, and as you can see, it's something totally different from what I thought I was going to do. I was going to use, out of my little chest of drawers here, I was going to use this stamp here, but when I used it on with my stamp positioner, I actually thought, because it's such a delicate little stamp, it actually got lost. So what I decided to do was go with this one, and I like that a lot better when I use my stamp positioner and tried it with some acetate, and I wanted it so that it would stamp slightly onto the white of that mid-August. So I'm happy with that, and you know, even though that there is a slight lip there where those two papers overlap, honestly, this little stamp set, first time I tried it out, I tried it stamping for the first time on a felt mat, which is a really soft surface, and I thought, I'm stupid doing this. That's what was going through my head as I was using it. I thought, this is stupid. You're not going to get a good impression. But it's stamped perfectly. The quality is amazing. It really is. So anyway, that is how it's looking at the moment. And I was thinking, as you know, of using these little stickers, but I've decided not to. I was looking at these, and the only ones that were appealing to me were these little circular ones here, because I just felt I needed to mimic that circle somewhere. So I've gone to these, and oh, you've seen me use these before, again from GiftSmilee. Everything's from GiftSmilee, isn't it? I just love the colours on here. So I'm just going to pick up a couple of these blue ones at the end here and see if I can do it with my tweezers. And these are just little washy dots. And I thought I would just put a couple, one on the bottom there, I thought, and maybe trying to do the rule of 3 here. And another one just a little bit higher up there. And my thoughts, that's slightly off centre, my thoughts were it would kind of bring the eye down a little bit. That's what I thought anyway. So I'm stopping there, everybody. I've got a finger mark on the bottom. Look at that. Girl, brand new book and I've made a mess already. That's all I'm doing today, everybody. That's I'm quite pleased with that. I'm loving the blues, I have to say, and I'm loving the play on the textures, the de-embossing here of this shilling stamp. I love that touch of metal in there. I really do like that. And then the heavier weight embossed paper here, and the shades of blue. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to call that a wrap for today and see if I can get my rubber out. Can you see that finger mark on there? Honestly. See if I can get rid of that. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And let me know if you want me to cut out the sound, you know. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.